Hello and welcome to Sports Corner. I'm Caroline Stewart, joined today by senior captain of the field hockey team, Kate Murphy. Welcome. Thank you for joining us.
Thank you very much for having me.
And today we're just going to talk a little bit about how well your team's been doing this season. What has been the secret to your success? You guys were ranked 11th in the nation earlier this season, and what's been going on in practice and during the games and team chemistry, what's been going on? You guys have been doing really well.
Yeah, I think you really said it, Caroline. I think that the team chemistry is what has really been the strongest thing for us right now, and I think that it's really important whenever you have someone next to you fighting for you, you have the same goal. We did an exercise in the beginning of the season where we created a mission statement, and so I think it was really good to get that collective energy, that focus, and that drive towards a common goal, which I really think has been the key, especially because we're friends on and off the field too, so that always helps.
Awesome, awesome. And I mean, you guys have been doing really, really well. You had some tough losses against Michigan and BC, and last weekend you guys dropped to Syracuse, which was tough because you guys just came off from playing UMass and you got that W there. Now, what do you guys think you guys need to do to come back for these next two games this weekend and bounce back and maybe get higher up in the polls?
I think the key, what we really need to do is work on the basics. I think that discipline is really something that we need to work on. And whenever we're playing a team that we should beat, I think we're strong with it. We know the tactics, we really implement the strategies, but it's really important to have that same kind of focus, especially when you're facing an opponent that has strong skills, a high tempo, things like that. I think BC is always a hard game, and it was definitely a hard game, hard-fought loss. But I think that especially with that game, the Syracuse game and the Michigan game, you just come out learning lessons, and you come out understanding your weaknesses, but also understanding your strengths. So we know that we can compete at that level. It's just fine-tuning the little things like tackling and structure that are really going to help us later in the season.
Yeah, and you definitely talked about the focus part. I mean, you guys are still doing really well, ranked 17th right now. Going into conference play, which is very exciting, on Saturday against Vermont. Vermont is right now at the last spot in the coaches poll for preseason. What have you guys been doing to prepare for them? It's a big conference game, is everyone excited for it? I know you guys watched a lot of film today. How's that going in practice?
I think you can't discount any team, especially when it comes to conference. It's really a free-for-all. Everyone wants it, especially now that we got the automatic bid back to the NCAA tournament. So it's really going to be a battle for those 4 top teams to get into the tournament. But Vermont's having an outstanding year. They just beat Dartmouth, who is at the top of the Ivy League right now, and best year that they've had in the last 8 years, I believe. So they're really going to be hungry for it. And last year it was a really good game, and it's going to be a battle, especially because it's conference. But it's always that same attitude. The conference is the ticket to the NCAA, so we really need to be focused. And we're working on tackling right now a lot, so we're going to make sure that we get that all down tomorrow.
And sticking with America East, who are the top teams that are going to be fighting with you to get that America East championship and that bid to the Sweet 16? Who are like the top dogs? I know BU is ranked #1 in the coaches poll, but as a lot of athletes know, that doesn't really say anything until the season is done.
Yeah, well, right now, America East is doing amazing this year. I have a lot of respect for all of the teams in our conference, but especially UNH, the University of Albany, and also the University of Maine are just having outstanding years. UNH went 8-0 for the first 8 games. They beat big teams that were ranked last year, also teams that made it to the Elite 8 and the Final 4. So it's really important that we stay focused with that. I mean, they can score goals. They're dangerous. They're fast. They've always been. They have a really great discipline structure, things like that. So they're also a threat. Albany seems to be the team that always takes it away from us, or we take it from them. I think that there's always that little gritty battle between us. And University of Maine, just strong players, they're really ready and they're hungry for it. I mean, UNH and Maine, the past 4 years, the seniors we have large senior classes in all 4 teams, and everyone's hungry for it. And I think that everyone's going to be nipping at each other's heels trying to get that W and get the ticket into NCAAs.
It's always nice when you win the fight, though,
yeah.
at least I'll say.
Yeah.
Now, switching gears a little bit with non-conference play, you guys have a game right after Vermont on Sunday versus Duke, which is huge for you guys. We talk a little bit about that. They are in the ACC, the best field hockey conference currently right now. Is there any pressure on you guys because you guys dropped in the polls a little bit, try to get up there a little bit more, or are you guys still focusing more on conference play? I know if you guys do get that W on Sunday with Duke, it's huge for you guys. So how is that? How are you guys dealing with that focus level between Vermont and Duke back to back?
Well, I mean, I guess the really important point is to make is that both conference and non-conference wins can also get you that ticket into NCAA. So it's really definitely a huge focus on conference. That's our first meal ticket, but also you can win an at-large bid. So beating those ACC teams, really competing in the Northeast region, things like that, which, you know, the last 9 games of your season really weigh heavily on that decision for the at-large bid. Especially since the America East has been doing so well this year, it's really important that we can do well against those teams so that at NCAAs, regardless of what happens in the America East tournament, which, of course, that's our first goal to win that. Mm-hmm. There's always that chance so that we can get an at-large bid, which looks really good right now with how great the conference is doing.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Awesome. Well, good luck to you this weekend.
Thank you so much.
And thank you so much for joining us. And that's it for the Sports Corner. I'm Caroline Stewart here with Kate Murphy. Have a great day, Boston.